Hi everyone. Let's go over your first big project, your scholarly group presentations. So for this project, your purpose is to make scholarship accessible and to sort of dip your toe in the water and get to understand, how do you read a scholarly article? Where do you find the pertinent information? And how do you then apply that to your future writing? And you're going to do that as a group. So you're not just alone with these scholarly articles trying to figure it out. You've got a whole group to support you. So what exactly do you need to do? First of all, you're going to have 10 minutes of recorded presentations, just like the presentation I'm giving now. And that 10 minutes is the total for the whole group. So depending on how many students you have, you're going to be presenting 1 to 2 minutes. And your presentation should go over the thesis and main points of the article. And do something to help the class engage. Don't just list, hey, Zeip said A, B, C, D, the end. Get people involved, ask them a question, have activities. And at the end, you're finally going to have a quiz question, which you should definitely include both in the text that you write, not directly, but you should have the answer to this quiz question in the text that you write and in the presentation that you give. And that quiz question should be over what was most important about whatever section, whatever piece you were responsible for in this article during the presentation. So what do you need? You need to record a video just like this, where you are going to give your presentation. You need to have a section of text on the wiki page that you have for the group. And then you need to have a quiz question, which you send to me, not that you post on your presentation, so that we can put this into the quiz for the whole class. And here is the criteria, the rubric, on what makes a good presentation. But the easiest way to see that is in this example presentation. So in this example presentation, first of all, there's the title of the article that actually it's a chapter that these students are doing, and this is being used by permission. And notice that the students have all color-coded their contributions. That's important, because then I'm giving each of you credit for what you've done, and you're not feeling like you have to monitor or control other people in the class. So all these students have color-coded their contributions, and they start with an activity. That's a great way to draw people in. And with the activity, they then have a recorded video where they're talking students, the class, through this activity. And hint, these activities are a great place for when you're leaving comments, you to respond. You know, what did you do with their discussion question or their activity? Did you try it? What did you learn? What did you see? That's an excellent way to get a conversation going. And then the rest of the presentation is just the thesis and then the other body points, body paragraphs of this article or chapter. So the thesis is the main point of the article. What is the author trying to get across? And then each of these body paragraphs is going through, each of these main points is going through the different sections in the text that are supporting that thesis, which is what a good scholarly article does. And notice that multiple students contributed to each point. Some students contributed more, some contributed less, and that allows me to evaluate the sort of contributions that each student is giving. And then here at the end, the students also found a video on YouTube that they then use as an example and an explanation to draw students in just a little bit more and really sort of anchor this presentation. So we've talked about these main points. Now let's see them in action, and they follow that up with their own explanation. So these are all ways, or this is an excellent way that you could do a presentation, a group presentation on your own, and doing it on a wiki where students can contribute in their color-coded text at different times as you're all able in an online class. Or in a seated class where you're not able to just get together the way we used to be before COVID. So this is how you do the scholarly presentation. And please remember, you can email me. We can have a group Zoom with all of your group, part of your group, or I can sit down and talk to all of you and explain or talk through any questions you have. And I would love to do that. So you have my email, you know how to get a hold of me. Can't wait to see what you do.